Oakley Auto Detailing, I see you. Don't ride dirty, I see you. What's going on? Golden Child, what's up? The scrubbing brush. Which, what brush are you talking about? Scrubbing brush. I don't know about that, man. I appreciate it though. You said I'm still trying to figure out that scrubbing brush you're talking about. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Y'all go ahead and hit that like button for me. I got 8 people in the building. Come on, man, let's get them likes up. 9 people in the building. Come on, get those likes up. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Another thing that you can use for interiors. Another brush is a horsehair brush. Um, you can just go, search it on Amazon, a horsehair brush, and it'll actually get those seats like real clean with a horsehair brush. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That little white brush. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do have an affiliate page with Amazon, but man, it's so slow. The I don't even put the links up anymore. I need to be doing that, but it's so slow. Like the money comes in so slow with that Amazon affiliate, and sometimes I mean a lot of people that does the Amazon affiliates, I feel like they should get paid more because a lot of people are buying stuff that they seeing that these detailers are using, and they're only getting a few cents. It's maybe I forgot how it go, but it's very 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 low. Like I just feel like you should have more. I think you should have more. You should get more money for Amazon because there's so many people. Like if somebody sees you using something, they're all gonna go buy it if they see that it works. And Amazon is making a lot of money off of stuff like that. And it's only I made a few dollars, but it wasn't just wasn't enough for me. I I couldn't keep going forward with that. You ever thought about adding self washing business? So have you ever thought about adding self wash? Yeah, I'm already doing it. I just don't do a lot of it. But matter of fact, I did a driveway. What was that? I did a driveway like last Tuesday, and I did a house. I did a house on Saturday, and I went back to that same residence and did the driveway. So to answer your question, yes, I do self washing already. I see you, Golden Child. Well, I guess you can say that as far as, you say I'm a hustler. I guess you could say that for as far as like how much I move around, how much I get stuff done moving around. But uh, I mean, I look at it. I take it further than hustling. But I know what you mean. But I like to be careful with the words that I use and things that I call myself. Like for example, you know how sometimes you'll be talking to somebody, you say, "Yeah, I got a little business," or "I got," those words mean something. Not necessarily to like, not necessarily when it's coming out your mouth, but your subconscious. And your subconscious is real. Like your subconscious controls a lot. So I try not to use words like hustle because like when you hustling, to me personally, like hustling is always something that's temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like, this week they can be hustling t-shirts, next week they can be hustling shoes, just whatever, however, which way they get the money, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna hustle. And so I don't I try not to use those words, but I know when people say that, I know what that means when they say that, I'm a hustler, but um, like I'm a business. Like I take my business serious. Like I'm no different than the plumbing company or the electrical company, or I'm trying to be just like them because I don't want to, because usually when you see hustling, it be low prices. That's what I think when I think of hustling. Like whatever it is to get the money, low prices. Like I've been raising my prices and I'm trying to take this. Like I'm not going to see. That's another word. I'm trying. No, I'm taking it seriously. So I try to be real careful about the words that I use. What do you do, Miss Snow, when you don't have work at all for like 2 days straight? Well, um, the thing about being slow is basically not getting any customers, and in order for you to have a consistent workflow, you gotta always be advertising. You always gotta be working. Always be advertising. Always be working. If you're slow and you don't have anything to do, then you know maintenance your equipment, maintenance your vehicle, advertise. It's so many things you could do. Like me, I'll tell you what I do is if let's say if I don't have anything to do, let's say if it's raining 2 days straight, I make videos. You see what I'm saying? While I'm working, I'm recording videos. So when it does get slow, I can just pump out videos. Like if y'all notice, we done had like in the last like 3 weeks or four, like nah, let me take that back. I'm gonna say for the last month and a half, it's been raining like consistently. Like, maybe a few days in between with no rain and then a whole bunch of days with rain and a few days without rain, just kept going like that. I've been pumping out videos because when it wasn't raining and when I was, out there getting it in and everything was booming, I was recording. So I appreciate that in the Snapchat. Got $19. I appreciate that. What I'm saying is, you know, you always prepare for a rainy day. I always make sure that I save. While everything is going good, just like now, I'm already saving for the winter. Like we're probably I think we spring now. I think the groundhog saw its shadow, whatever. It's spring. It's probably not quite spring for some of you guys, but I'm already saving right now. I'm saving for November, December, January, and February for next year. I mean for this year and next year. I'm already doing that. So I'm always I'm like one thing about me is that I don't just do something and then if it works or doesn't work, I stop. Like if I do something and it works, I keep doing it. I keep doing it. I keep doing it. If it don't work anymore, then I'll try it again, try it again. If it's still not working, then I'll make an adjustment and keep changing it until it does work. And so what happens is a lot of people are getting at that, which to my title of what's going on, what's holding you back. Like a lot of people are not, they're not working their strategy. If you have a strategy, work it. You know, when I first started, I passed out flyers. That's what I did. So when I didn't have anything to do, I'll get me and my son, and we'll I'll park at the end of the street, and we'll get on both sides, and we'll just hit those mailboxes. We'll put all the flyers on the mailboxes, not inside but on them, and we'll just keep going and keep going until we run out. I take 1,000, I'll pass them out until I run out, or it may take me a day or two to pass all those out. And so over time, that started working. Then I started doing Facebook. Then I started. I said, I could put money behind it. So then when I discovered that I can put money behind my ads on Facebook, and they can market it to people in certain areas, I said, okay, let me do that. So I put money into that, where I didn't do flyers anymore. Like I used to these flyers right here, man. These were my first mobile detail flyers, and this is what I used to pass out. And I used to put them on mailboxes, but I don't really do. I still print out maybe 100 of these sometimes just to have them on me, but I really don't pass them out no more. But I will, if some days if it's just kind of like, sometimes you got to always go back to where you started. So sometimes I'll grab these and I'll still pass them out every now and again. Like if I hit a neighborhood I've never been in before, I'll hit a few streets and pass them out, and that's it. But I don't have to do this anymore because everybody's on Facebook. I mean, just go to a doctor's office, just sit and watch people. And that's all you see them is doing this right here. That's all they're doing all day long. So I put my stuff on Facebook and I put money behind it, 30, 40, 50. Just think about how much money you think you'll pay for 1,000 of these. Okay, whatever you pay for 1,000 of these on Vistaprint, just put it on Facebook. And you don't have to walk or pass them out anywhere. They'll go all over. And so I do things like that when it's slow. I'm always doing something. Just like I had I had 5 days I didn't do anything. So what I did was I just made videos. And the thing is that when the weather is good, you shouldn't be slow after time. Like after you work all your strategies and work them and work them and work them and build a customer base. Once you build a customer base, you should never be slow unless the weather is bad. But it's going to take time. Like you put an ad out today, it's not like tomorrow you're going to be flooded with calls. That's something that you're going to have to build up. A lot of you guys that's joined a new wave, you know what? Y'all go right now to Facebook, New Wave by ANA. It's called New Wave by ANA. It's a New Wave Facebook group on Facebook. Go over there. I'm accepting everybody. Go over there and join. But anyway, what I would do is I'll take pictures of my work, before and afters, 50-50 shots, videos, everything, anything I can think of. And I would come get on my computer, edit it up. After I edit it up, I'll send it to, I'll put it on Facebook and put it on my business page so all my followers can see it. Then, every now and again, I'll find a video and I'll boost it and put money behind it. And how many people you want to go out to? To go out to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000. And you can pick a specific area. If you know this area is up and coming and it's people out there that, they got a high income area, or places with big, nice houses or whatever, that certain area you can promote to that area. Another thing I found out was your customers. Like when you meet your customers, talk with them sometimes. Because you never know what they do. I've ran across 3 customers that are in advertising. One of the customers I had last week, she does advertising. She does I forgot what she calls it, but she told me to it, and I said it in one of my videos that's going to be coming out soon. But I forgot what she called it. But what they do is, I think they call mailers or something like that. but they have cards similar to this, and you pay like $1,800, and they will put them into. You say, okay, I want to put it in that neighborhood. They'll put this into 10,000 homes, and that, stuff like that, but you may not have $1,800 to do that, and I understand. So there are cheaper ways, like Facebook. You can spend 5, 10, 20, 30. I know you guys got 10, 20, $30 because every time I look at videos or look at Facebook or anything, y'all always buying chemicals or buying new tools. So I know you got $30 to advertise. That's the thing. That, why spend all this money on tools when you're not going to have any customers? You got to advertise, and that's how you don't get slow. But to answer your question, when I get slow, for me, when it gets slow, the only time I get slow is if it's the weather. And it does get slow in the wintertime, but I'm still consistent because of all the work I put in the past and all the work I put in the summer. I took too long to answer that question. My bad, guys. But let me see. I know y'all been appreciate it, Golden Child. Vision Service Care, I see you. Tim Fisher, what's going on? It's a term of endearment. However, you speak the truth, your subconscious is so important to stay in the right state of mind. Right, it does, man. Yep, I'm old school. My generation uses as a go-getter and achiever. Yep, hustler. Yeah, I know what you mean. Pete, yeah, I know what you mean, Solar. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So when you said it, I knew what you was meaning, but like I try to keep like stuff like that out of my head because your subconscious. It's just like this. Let me tell you another thing about your subconscious. Okay, I had a client. I'm not gonna even call them a client. Well, they might, I can say I can call them a client. Okay, so, and this is like my lawn care, and I would do a job, and I would invoice this customer, and or this client, and sometimes they'll pay it just like that. Sometimes it'll be 2 days. Sometimes it'll be 2 weeks. Sometimes I'm cutting their yard again, and they just not paying me for the last time. And now I did their yard again. Now I got to wait for that one. Well, what that did to my subconscious is that every time you do that, your subconscious records that, and now in you're thinking to yourself, I shouldn't be letting this person do this to me, but you're allowing it to happen, and your subconscious is telling you like, okay, it's okay. Your subconscious is telling you it's okay, but you really do feel that I shouldn't be doing this. And I put up that for a while, like maybe 2 years or more. I put up with that. And my subconscious was like, well, as long as I get paid, it's okay. But it wasn't okay. And that person doesn't feel it, so that person know it's not okay. And that person know it's not okay, and they're doing it because they can get over. But when you allow things to happen, you're training your subconscious to say it's okay. And so that's why I'm very, very particular on stuff like that. And see, the thing is that all money ain't good money. And, you know, I am money driven. I am money driven, but sometimes you got to ask yourself, what would I not do for money? There's a lot of things that I won't do for money. I don't care how much it is, I'm not doing it. So even though I was getting paid late, and I didn't like it. And so when I had an opportunity to remove myself from that situation, I did. And I won't tolerate it any longer. If I send someone an invoice, if I send you an invoice Friday, you have till Saturday. If I don't get paid by Saturday, I'm contacting you. And if I don't get paid before then, we're gonna have to have a serious conversation. And it's gonna be like, listen, I can't do this. I gotta have my money on the day of or the next day. If I don't get it, then I can no longer invoice you. You're gonna have to leave my money at your front door or doormat or hide it somewhere where I can get to it. And if it's not there, I'm not doing your lawn. And if I show up and it's not there and I do that, I'm just gonna have to cut ties. Cause I started thinking I got too many people that pay on time. I got like I just did a guy yard this today, and I usually invoice him. I usually invoice him when I get home. I mean, before I leave. Like when I'm in my truck, I invoice him before I leave. But man, my mind was somewhere else. I was kind of busy today. My mind is all over the place these days because, you know, it's things that's holding me back. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I chose this title today. There are things that are holding me back, and so like I'm just thinking about all these things that are holding me back, and I'm trying to free myself of these things. So that's where my mind was at. So I wasn't myself, and I didn't invoice him. So when I got home, I was like, oh man, I didn't invoice him. Like it was like maybe 2 hours later. I took a shower, ate. I started working on the video, and I just said, oh, I didn't invoice him. I invoiced him, and when I tell you, 5 minutes after I invoiced him, less than 5 minutes, he paid. This guy pays immediately. I send him a text message, I invoice him, and he pays it immediately. So when I got customers like that, it makes those customers that take their time paying, it makes them look so bad, and I'm just not gonna tolerate it. But I didn't take it the wrong way. I know it's a term of endearment, like Detail Dad said. Was that Detail? Yeah, like Detail Dad said, it is a term of endearment, and I know what you mean when you say it. H&M Auto Detailing, what's going on? Okay, Jonathan Smith. Every time you do a basic detail, you want to go more deeper. Okay. Uh, well, if you got to go more deeper, is the vehicle like real dirty? Is it like would a basic detail suffice? If a basic detail doesn't, it's not going to clean it properly, like it's not going to give them what they need, you may want to try to upsell them on another package. If they don't want another package, you do what they paid for and you leave. It's a business. And I'm telling you guys, don't get all OCD with this stuff, man. I'm telling you, give these guys what they pay for. Give them what they pay for, and that's it. Trust me, because as time go by, as you get busier and you start getting more clients, what's going to start happening is you're going to start losing money because you're taking too long on somebody's car, and some of those people don't want that. You got customers, they don't care about details. They just want the dust and all this stuff wiped off, vacuum washed, and give them their car back. Trust me, some of these people don't care like you care. So you save that OCD and you save all that deep cleaning for somebody who pays for a full detail, who spends top dollar. You save that for them. If somebody just want to wipe, my basic detail is I call it a maintenance detail, and all it is just maintaining from what you got on a full detail. Now, or if it's a brand new vehicle, or if it's a vehicle that's well maintained, you're gonna get a maintenance detail, and all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wipe your cup holders, I'm gonna wipe your dash, I'm gonna wipe your door panels, I'm gonna vacuum, I'm gonna do your windows, air freshener, I'm gonna wash it, tire shine, and I'm giving you your car back. I don't care if it's a scratch on the car, I don't care if it's a stain, I don't care what it is, I'm not gonna clean it. You got to pay for it, and I'll just give them their car back, But don't get in the habit of doing that, because what'll happen is you'll be spending too long. If somebody's paying you 50 or 60 bucks, yeah, I be trying when I'm getting 60 bucks for a detail, for a maintenance detail, I charge 65 for a maintenance detail on the car. If y'all want to see my prices, go to www.aaprofessionalservices.com. That's www.aaprofessionalservices.com. My prices are there. When I get a $60 detail, I'm trying to get done in an hour. Sometimes it may take me, an hour and a half, an hour and 15 minutes, but I'm trying to hurry up and get done with that vehicle and give it back to them. I'm not gonna sit there trying to make it perfect for them if they're not paying for that. You give them what they paid for. No rain here in 40 days. Detail busy in Cali. I wish for rain so I can edit. Yeah, I know that feeling. A&R, what's going on? That's why I got a full-time job in detail on the side. Oh, okay. You have commented about you have commented about your speeches. That is one of my reasons I started one business and a YouTube channel. I constantly study business and YouTube. So far, so good. I see you, Oakley. Ricardo, what's going on? Ricardo Automobile Detailing. Augusta, I see you. Weatherspoon Pressure Washing. You motivate me daily, bro, with your videos. Is that Ephraim Mobile Detailing? I hope I said that right. I haven't been getting pictures of my work before and after. Yeah, you gotta do that, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, man. A lot of people are not. You'll be surprised on how many detailers are not recording or taking pictures. I can talk about this until the cows come home, and a lot of people are not gonna pick up and do it. It's just too much. I mean, I say it all the time, man. I don't know too many people. It's not a lot of people that go out there, work, record their work, then go home and edit what they record and put it out. And I'm talking about not too many people do that. And I'm not talking about just for YouTube. I'm talking about for Facebook, Instagram. I mean, you go to some of these some of these detailers' Instagram thing, they had uploaded in months, anything, you know. And things like that will hold you back. You know, I'm getting asked all the time, man, how do you get customers? Like, sometimes I know it's slow and it seems like I'm working. But for the most part, I be doing something. You know, sometimes it maybe rain. I might have to do an interior, or I might go do a contract job that has a cover where I can be out of the rain and still do work. There's not a week that goes by that I don't do something. And then in when everything starts booming, that's not going to be a day that goes by I don't do something. And matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it honest. There's not a day that goes by all year long that I don't do something. And what I mean is, I may not be out there detailing, I may not be out there doing lawn care, but I'm editing videos. I'm cleaning up. I'm maintaining stuff. I'm coming up with ideas. I'm writing things down. I'm always doing something. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, like let me show you guys. Like right now, like check this out. I'm editing a video right now. See? I'm editing a video. This is one video I'm gonna put out. This is what I did. This is the work that I did Saturday. Okay, here's another video right here. I'm editing that one. Hold on, let me see. Where's the other one at? Hold on. There it is. Okay. And this the video this is video that I'll be putting out next. So like I'm always doing something, man. Like I was just sitting here and I was doing it. I was like, you know what? I need to go live. I hadn't been live in, a few weeks. So I said, let me go ahead and go live. And, I hit the button, but I'm always doing something. So if you get slow and you don't have anything going on, it's because you're not laying down a foundation, or you're slowly laying down a foundation. You need to be constantly doing something. If you run a bit now, if you guys are part-time, okay, I get it. If you part-time, you got a full-time job, hey, I get it. But I'm speaking from somebody that's being full-time. And that's how I look at it, because this is my full-time job, so I treat it as such. But if you guys are hobbyists or whatever, or part-time, man, you guys do what y'all do. Uh, I understand. I'm pretty sure if I was full time and I go out there and detail a vehicle, I probably wouldn't record it either. Because I'll be trying to get that vehicle done and get back home so I can rest if I got to go to work or something like that. So I get it if you got a full time job. But me, it's full time for me. So I mean, I do everything I can do. I use all social media platforms to advertise, all of them. If it is only thing I don't use is Snapchat, but everything else I use it, and I've gotten money from those platforms. Callous Auto Detail, and I see you. Gary Day, what's going on? What's the best advice as far as getting started? I have clients, but getting my business off the ground is the rough patch. So what's so rough about it? Who is that? Kiswana? What's rough about it? Sharon Webb, what's going on? The editing software I'm using is Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. I'll show you guys. It came with my computer. It's basic. Trust me, man. I don't spend a lot of money on this stuff. There it is. Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker. It came with my computer. This computer is probably about 4 or 5 years old. It's time for me to get another one, actually. But this is what I've been using. This is all I've ever used. The phone. I'm going live from my cell phone. I use my cell phone to record. I'm telling you, man. I tell you guys, I'm not doing nothing special. I mean, I know that I done got kind of good with the editing. I'm okay with the editing, and it probably look like I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. But trust me, guys, it's because I sat here day and night editing is, and I got better and better and better. It's the same thing with anything that you do. In order for you to be a professional at something, in order for you to be an expert at something, you gotta put in 10,000 hours. And I'm pretty sure that I've put in well over 10,000 hours editing videos. And anything, advertising, getting customers, all that stuff, you gotta put your time in. If you're not serious about it, don't waste anybody's time and don't waste your time. And that's what I tell a lot of people. I've had people in the past call me, just look my number up, call me, and they're asking me all these questions, and I'm asking them questions. And after I start asking them questions, I start to see that they're not serious. I guess they just got inspired by a video and they just want to talk. And I mean, it's cool. I'm not mad, but it's just that I don't like to waste nobody's time. I don't like my time to be wasted. If you truly need help, that's why I charge for consultations now. And ever since I started charging, the phone calls drop, which is cool, which is fine. But I only charge $25 for 30 minutes, $50 for an hour. I talk about things on how to advertise, how to get started, stuff like that. And, $50 is enough to scare people from calling me, and I just say, well, those people are not serious. Because trust me, if I saw someone that actually that I saw on YouTube that's putting in work, that's showing like, guys, come on, this ain't fake. I'm putting out video after video after video after video. Y'all go look at all the videos. You might see the same cars every now and again. You might, that like the black Mustang or the Ford Raptor or the black Corvette. But the other cars be all different. You might see those cars from time to time because usually when I'm doing those cars, sometimes I don't have much going on that day. And so I said, okay, let me just record something. And I'll record that and I'll put it out. But my point is that you're seeing me put out all these videos. These are actual jobs. Like I'm not going to people's houses and say, hey, let me wash your car and shoot a video. No, these are actual jobs. When you see me doing the lawn, those are actual clients and customers. Those are actual people. I'm out there doing work. I'm getting paid to do the work. And so I'm showing it. And obviously, what I'm doing is working. And trust me, guys, I'm not doing anything special. And the thing is that a lot of this stuff is in my videos. If you watch my videos, if you be patient and just go through a few videos and watch my videos, I tell you everything you need to know. If you go back a year ago, 2 years ago, I tell you everything you need to know, but people still want to call and ask questions. So I say, hey, if you don't want to, it's like this. When you go to like, if you want to get out here and learn everything on your own, you want to be self-taught. It's gonna take a long time, and you're gonna spend money. You're gonna spend money here and there, you know. And in that case, you're gonna be spending money to fix mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, and it's just like college. When you go to college, you pay all this money. They're gonna tell you everything you need to know. That's why it's so expensive. So my take is, if a person is not serious to spend a couple of dollars for some knowledge, you're not serious. And then that's how I weed those people out. You know, but again, I didn't ask anybody for help when I first started. And I'm not telling you guys can ask for help. But I'm just talking about me. I didn't ask anybody for help. I did make some mistakes and I had to pay for them. And then I did learn from watching others. I did. Uh, but I never really asked. Did I ask any? Let me see. Well, I'll take that back. I probably asked a few people a few things. But when I started with just what I knew. Uh, Water tank, pressure washer, generator, vacuum. And I bought everything from Walmart, AutoZone, or Dollar General, or Harbor Freight, or Northern Tools. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was complete a car. Water come out that pressure washer, and the vacuum cleaner turn on. I knew I could do a car, and that's all I cared about. I just learned everything else along the way. Again, I made mistakes. I had to pay for them. But if I could pay somebody $50 and they could tell me how to get customers, and this is gonna work for a lifetime, that's cheap. You know. But again, it's up to you guys. Ready for the spring. I'm thinking about getting a truck like yours. Hey, the one you got has been a good one to you. Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. It's getting old now. I've been thinking about getting something else. I took your advice and practiced on my own cars. Now how I like my cars clean, just to get a routine before I submit a bid to a delivery company free. Okay, I see you, Gary Day. Yeah, recording and working sucks. Takes a while to get the flow. Be efficient while. Yup. Full detail. How long do you think one? Full detail. How long you think it would take you to do one? Me, a full detail. It depends. It depends on the vehicle. So let's say a car. A car take me anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. A sedan for a full detail. Now if it's an SUV, a Suburban, or something real big, it's gonna take a little longer. I did a full detail one day on a Sienna. It took me a while. Uh, but yep, and it depends on what you call a full detail. Well, actually, it depends on what's in the package. The names, sometimes the name people call a full detail a wash, wipe, and vac. They'll call it a full detail because it's the outside and the inside. Some people call it a full detail because they're doing the engine, they're claying, they're waxing. Uh, some people call full detail. They're gonna watch. They're gonna do everything. It just depends. So when you say full detail, my next question is always, what's in your full detail? Appreciate it. What's that name? What's that? Hickenbottom. I see you. I see you, Justin Poindexter. Yo, those steamers are official. Get you one. You will not be disappointed. I learned a lot. I learned on my own, made mistakes, and learned from my mistakes too. Over 30 years in detailing. Yeah, checking in for the knowledge. Yeah, I see you, Troy Lynch. Yeah, but everybody, if you're not on the new wave, now it's not the other new wave. It's not the original new wave that was started. It's my new wave, and it's it's New Wave by A&A. So go over there and join it. New Wave. Just go to Facebook, type in New Wave by A&A. It's gonna pop up. You're gonna see the New Wave symbol. That's at the end of my videos, and that's at the beginning of my videos. You'll see it. Go ahead and join today. I'm accepting everybody because I want to have a platform where everybody can, where you can show off. You can show off your work. You can ask questions. You can get questions answered. I'm not gonna be on there answering every questions. I like the people to answer questions. I'm gonna answer questions here and there myself, but I want everybody to get involved because I don't know everything, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of guys that's probably doing it on a whole, bigger level than I am. So I like to see input from other people, and I also learn from. I learned something the other day looking at a post. What's considered a full detail to me? Well, I'm not gonna say what's considered a full detail to me because that's the thing. I try to be real careful with stuff like that because people get all bent out of shape about that. I'll just tell you what's in my full detail. My full detail is an engine wipe down. And see, here's the thing. Before I say this is what I love about business. This is what I love about owning your own business. You can call it whatever you want because it's yours. See, it's not like when you work for somebody and they feel like it should be a certain way, so they make you do what they feel you should do. But I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So I don't care what anybody says. But my full detail is the engine wipe down, and the engine gets dressed, wash, clay, and wax on the exterior, fender wells, wheel bearers, wheels, tires. On the inside, headliner, uh, everything gets scrubbed. If it need be, any stains will be removed on the interior. Steam, shampoo, interior dressing. That includes all plastics and leather. Um, the trunk also gets done. The door jams, trunk jams, windows, and that's it. That's it. That's my full detail. But it doesn't include no paint correction at all. And see, the thing is that detailing is detailing, paint correction is paint correction. That's how I view it. It's two totally separate things. You see what I'm saying? So when you get to the paint correcting, that's going to take more time. The price is going to have to be higher. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Um, I have an ultimate detail that comes with a one-stage polish. And it's just a full detail, and you just add. It's just a full detail with. It's called the ultimate detail. So all I do is I'll do your headlights, all the all the chrome and all that stuff, and aluminum and all that stuff gets polished, and some just one stage polish. Like I'm on that. I'm still not trying to remove every scratch. Like whatever will come out with a DA with a nice throw and some polish, that's it. Now, if you want scratch removal, that's a whole nother process. You see what I'm saying? Appreciate it, Callis. What's the application or website you use for booking? You paying for that? Well, my website is through Wix, uh, and I use of course I use Cash App. I use Square, and if you book a service on my website, it goes through my Square. And so that's what I love about that. Yeah, you can post lawn care. Because if you notice, it just says New Wave. It doesn't say New Wave Detail. It just says New Wave. New Wave by ANA. So you could put, you could put lawn care on there too, vision service care. I don't even see why you asked that question. I do lawn care. You know I do lawn care. Man. You know I'm gonna put my lawn care stuff on there so you can put yours on there. Sorry, ANA professional. New Wave. Now I know. What's the best interior cleaner seats when using a steamer? I mean, whatever you already been using. Steam just gonna give you heat. That's all steam is. Steam is gonna give you heat, and you know what heat does to stains and grease and stuff like that. It just helps. It just give you more cutting power. That's all. Appreciate it and watching your vids. Get great insight on beginning my journeys. I see you, Micah Elvis. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. But Troy Lynch, I see you. Appreciate you, man. I know. Just wanted to give you respect and ask before. Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Yo, so y'all check this out. And you know what? That's all right, Vision Service Care. That's all right. Because I can respect that. I had a guy, he's been in the chat before. I haven't seen him in the chat lately. But he contacted me. I had started my New Wave group. When was this? I started it. I can't remember when. Maybe about 2 weeks ago. I started this one, and not long after I started, guy gets on there and asks me, could he advertise, like website services and stuff like that, like building people websites. And I remember this guy's name. I've seen him in the chat, and I've seen him on Randy's New Wave. I've seen him over there, and I've seen him advertise over there, but I've never seen him post anything, detail related or anything. But so he asks me, could he do it on a channel? I said, no, we're not going to be advertising. I don't even advertise, and it's my group, and I don't even advertise on there. I said, no, we're not going to advertise. We're going, I'm not doing that over there. It's just going to be where we just come together and share ideas and show off our work and, get questions answered and get support, get motivated and stuff like that. Appreciate it, Gary Day. So, and so he's like, okay, whatever. He said something like the response he gave me after I told him no. It's like he ignored my no and just said some more stuff, and I was just like, okay, I'm the type of person, like, when I answer your question and you still, if like if I tell you no and you're still talking, I just shut down. I don't talk anymore. So now it's time to take action. Like if you do something, then I'll just have to take action. That's just how I am. I'm not gonna. I used to be the person that liked to argue and go back and forth, but I'm older now. I don't have time for that. Once I say something and I'm not doing it and I'm not with it, I'm done talking after I say that. If you keep going on, that's you. You can talk. You can talk till your mouth gets dry. I'm not gonna do it. Well, anyway, I want to say maybe a week after he asked me that, maybe give or take a few days, he actually advertises on it, tries to advertise on the channel or solicit business or whatever you want to call it. So I just blocked him. I deleted the post and blocked him. And he was a friend of mine. I don't know the guy. I just know him from here, and he was a friend. I just blocked them all together. And And that's it. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. When I say I'm not doing something, I'm not doing this, we're not doing that. You know, if you want to advertise, see the thing is that if you want to, the new wave and even Randy's new wave, it all comes from this live that we do. It all comes from the work that like G Works or Sporties or Eric Jones, all of us on here. Now the term was coined on my channel. And after every video, I'm like, shouts out to the new wave, shouts out to the new wave. At Sporty's video, shouts out to the new wave. If G Works goes live or he hops on Facebook or Instagram or anything, he's new wave, new wave. So it's not something that I own, but it started from me, basically. But I don't own it, but it's like I don't want to. It was something that it's something that we've been building, and I'm not going to let someone come in and use it for their own personal gain. Is what I'm saying. I'm not going to let somebody come in and use it for their own personal gain, and they didn't put no work in. You get what I'm saying? If you want to advertise to people, you know, go on YouTube, build you a channel, and like trust me, I only have um I think I almost got 7,300 subscribers. That's and that's not a whole lot. And but it took me a long time to build those subscribers. Like, yo, I've been dropping a lot of videos for a long time, and it took me a long time to gain these subscribers. So I'd be damned if I'm gonna let somebody come in and use the platform that I build to try to make money off of it, and it's just not gonna happen. You did some. Let me see. Stay blessed, Rico. Doing a great job. I see you. What's that? MWHGMC. I'm not doing a lot of paint correction while mobile. No, I am not doing a lot of paint correction. And to be honest, there are only a few detailers that's doing a lot of paint correction. And don't let people fool you that they're doing a whole lot, man. Like I used to watch these YouTube videos, and I used to think people were really doing stuff. And then after I started gaining my own knowledge and started learning myself, and I started watching videos, and I start to see people are not, you'd be surprised. People are washing cars just like we all pretty much washing cars and putting wax and 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 claying and waxing and interior detailing and steaming and it's not rocket science. Don't make people think that they're doing a whole lot because a lot of people are not doing a whole lot. It's only a few people that's doing paint correction all the time, and that's not an easy market to get into. To be paint correcting every day, all day. That's not an easy market to get into. The price is too high. It's too much involved, man. High speed buffers. I mean, one buffer can run you 3, 4, 5, 6, $700. That's not something a lot of people getting in. But anyway, the question I got for you guys is that what do you think is holding you back? Where does paint enhancement end and paint correction start? Paint enhancement is paint enhancement, man, and paint correction is paint correction. It's just that's just how to keep it simple, man. Like don't overcomplicate it. Paint correction is simply paint correction, correcting paint. Paint enhancement is just what is it? Brightening the color, making it pop. I mean that's not paint correction. I was about to say, Anthony, don't trust these loonies. I see you. But you guys don't overcomplicate this stuff, man. Please don't. I used to do this. I used to complicate this stuff and think that it was so much into it, man. Trust me, a lot of this stuff is very simple. It's just that you have to keep doing it and keep doing it. Like what I said about the 10,000 hours. It's a book called The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. Y'all pick that book up or get the Audible version and listen to that book or read that book. It'll help you out a lot. It's a lot of good information in that book. The author is brilliant, very brilliant. He wrote another book recently, but he's Malcolm Gladwell. That's his name. It's called The Outliers. And he says in that book that you have to put in 10,000 hours to be successful at anything. And so, to put in 10,000 hours, you got to be patient. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You say you don't need a $500 buffer, but see, here's the thing. Okay, let's say you're doing lawn care, and you're doing. I'm just gonna give you an example. Let's say you're doing lawn care and you're doing maybe 100 acres a week. You think you're gonna need a $10,000 lawnmower or a $20,000 lawnmower? Of course you're gonna need it. Because if you're doing paint correction every day, you're gonna need a buffer that's going to put out a lot of speed, that's gonna have a big throw, that's gonna be able for you to correct that paint faster. You ain't gonna be out there with no Harbor Freight correcting paint. The polishes are more expensive, and I'm not talking about going and buying Meguiar's this and Meguiar's that. I'm talking about all professional commercial grade stuff. You may need a $500 polisher if you're doing paint correction all the time, because you can't get no cheap polisher. You can't get a cheap polisher because it's gonna tear up every 4 or 5 months if you're using it that often. See, everything has its place. There's a reason for everything. Trust me. When I first started doing lawns, I had a regular push lawnmower cost me $200, maybe $300. Then I had so many lawns that I couldn't walk them all, so I had to get a walk behind with the sulky. That was $3,000. Do I need a $3,000 lawnmower to cut a yard? No, but do I need a $3,000 lawnmower to cut 20, 30 yards a week? Yes. So, in some cases, you will need a $500 polisher or even a higher polisher or buffer. What's holding me back is just getting my name out there. Is slow starting. My 9 to 5 is what's holding me back. Not quitting my full-time job is holding me back. You think it's smart to rent a lot and watch cars on it? J Cash, if it makes sense, man. If your profit margin is going to be high, you get enough customers. I mean, if it makes sense, yeah. I mean, but the thing is that when you're doing detailing with the weather and stuff like that, you want to keep your costs low. So any monthly expense that you can get rid of and that you don't have to pay, get rid of it. Nothing's holding me back. Today was my first day. Thanks to you guys with all the motivation and tips. I cleaned my car today, detailed it fully, and looking forward to the future. I see, but it's getting better for vehicles in the past 4 days. Okay. What's holding me back is more self-confidence. And let me tell you something, Colin Brown. Confidence doesn't come out of thin air. And if somebody tells you that, they're lying. Just be confident. No, confidence doesn't come from. You know where confidence comes from? Confidence comes from what you have achieved. Okay. I remember graduating high school. Okay, that made me confident. That made me confident to try college. I did college. I graduated college. Okay, that made me confident to go look for a job. I joined the police department. Went through the academy, passed the academy, got on the police department, started making arrests, started doing my thing. I moved up through the ranks. That made me confident. I left the police department to start my own business, and I went through so much on the police department, life and death situations, that it made me confident to try business. All right, I started doing my business. It made me confident to say, okay, let me do a YouTube. See, when you accomplish things, it makes you confident. So get you some small wins under your belt. Get you some small wins under your belt. And I did that on purpose. I would do little things like, okay, I'm finna like these flyers. Okay, I'm finna print these flyers out. I'm gonna pass them out, right? I passed out thousands of these over long period of time. And I got a phone call. I remember the first phone call. The first ones, it wasn't detailed. They was lawn care. And I don't know where one of those are. But if I find one, I'll pull it out. But I remember passing one out. And my first call, I still have this client to this day. My first call, I remember it was in February 2012. Lady called me. Hey, I got one of your flyers. I want to come, I want you to come give me an estimate, this, blah. And I want some pine straw, this. And check this out. I had never laid pine straw. I had never laid pine straw before. And she was like, yeah, I want this done. I want my the bushes trailed and blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, okay. So I go over there, I give her an estimate, and I undercut myself. Like, I think I got the pine straw, but I didn't charge for putting the pine straw there. I just charged her for the pine straw and for cutting the yard and the bushes, but I didn't charge her for installing the straw. So I ended up installing the straw for free because I was so excited, but that was a win because this worked. It was a win. My confidence grew. All right. So I was driving. So I remember I dropped my son off to school. Ashton had to be about 5. I dropped him off at school. I come home. The day before I had washed my truck, I had some door magnets on my truck that I got from Vistaprint. And so I took them off when I washed my truck and I didn't put it back on. A lady around the corner, and I passed a flyer at her. She didn't respond to the flyer, but I know she saw the flyer because I put it in her mailbox. So she stops because her kid goes to the same school. So we both coming back for dropping our kids off, and she stops. She said, hey, are you still doing yards? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still doing yards, I need you to come give me an estimate. I live at such and such. I'm like, okay. So I go down there and give her an estimate. I started doing her lawn. I kept her as a customer up until last year. She got married and moved. But that was another win. I'm doing her lawn. The lady across the street doing her lawn. She was like, yo, you the guy that lives up the street. I'm like, yeah, She was like, can you come give me an estimate? I gave her an estimate. I picked her up. That was a win. My confidence grew. You see what I'm saying? So, put some stuff out there, get some small wins on your belt, and your confidence will grow. Confidence is not just going to come from within. And if somebody tells you that, they're a damn lie. What's holding me back is self-confidence. Has to be a commercial more to cut that much. Y'all fools hit the like button. Most of the money's in the past. Right. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be in most of the money's gonna be in pretty much everything. If you're doing that consistently, it's just like lawn care. I have to like as much as I mow, I'm changing my oil every month. Blades are constantly getting changed and sharpened or replaced. Things are constantly breaking. I'm always buying weed eater oil, weed eater line. It's a lot, man. But when you're doing something every day at a high pace like that, expenses are going to be high. At that point, you should just be buying in bulk to save money, to save as much as you can, because that stuff is high. Gas, and I'm speaking as far as like lawn care, but in if you're doing a lot of paint correcting, there's some expenses in that. Most people I know that's doing paint correction, like Ron the Polisher, like I interviewed him on here one time, and I talked to him, and then he had a polisher that was $700, and he polishes every day. He polishes every day. If you go on his Instagram, he's always polishing something every day. So, and it's not that many people doing that. Like I'm following a lot of detailers on Instagram, and I don't see paint correcting every day. And trust me, if someone was doing paint correction every day, they'll be showing it every day. Unless they're not on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. But if I was doing paint correction all the time, you're gonna see it on my YouTube. What's going on, George? I see you. How you deal with picky customers, man? I don't. I don't deal with that picky stuff. I don't. Listen, man. It's too many customers that's gonna be with the program. It's like this, man. Why deal with something when you don't have to? That is the beauty of your own business. I'm telling you guys. Whatever you say goes. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I don't deal with picky customers. I don't. And once I see little signs of, like, I remember a lady called me one day and she wanted to get an interior detail. It was like a Honda CRV. And so I asked her, what year is it? And she was like, well, does it matter? They're all the same. I said, man, what year is your what year is your Honda CRV? She was like, well, I just want to know. I'm scared to get it shampooed because I don't want it to smell like mildew and this and this and this and that. I'm telling her, like, I've been doing this for a little while. It's not gonna smell like mildew. And I'm telling her, what all I was gonna do, how I was, what I was gonna do for it not to smell like mildew and all that. And so I show up, and you know how you pull on the door, but it's locked. And she was like, "Oh, you gonna break my door?" I said, "All right, man. You know what? This is not gonna be a good idea. You know what? I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't do your car." And I left. You know what I'm saying? Those vibes that I was getting, that I just knew that she was gonna try to find something wrong. Like, just the conversation before I even started just let me know. Remove yourself from that situation. That is the beauty of owning your own business, and I love it. Just telling people, like, you can fire your customers, you can fire your clients. You can't do that at your job. You see what I'm saying? So if you see somebody, they all picky, they nitpicking, they doing this and they doing that, remove yourself from that person. Get away from them, because trust me, nothing you're going to do is going to be right. If a person is picking, they're picking what to find wrong to, no, I don't have time for that. And trust me, if I want to find something wrong with your detail, I can find it. Anybody come. If you want to find something wrong with my detail, you can find it. If you're looking for it, you're going to find it. So there's no need to deal with that person. Being there, my first job was going to quit until my wife called and gave me some encouragement. It took me almost 2.5 hours to blow pine straw, 1 acre yard. Yeah, I see you not using a lot of acid, more degrees. Yeah, yeah. Now. Trust me. The thing is, I'm gonna tell you why I do what I do. I still use acid. But before long, I won't be using. Well, I'm not gonna even say that, but I'll still use store bought things. But I'm going to start using more of no label chemicals. I'm just gonna buy chemicals and buy them in bulk and start using them that way. I'm gonna save a whole lot of money doing this. Um, but I use those things. The reason why y'all see me using Armor All and Turtle Wax and Super Clean and Purple Power and McGuire's and whatever else I use, the reason why I do that is to show you guys I do it on purpose. To show you guys that it can be done without all these fancy stuff, with all this high name, with all this, it can be done. That's why I do it. Like, I really want to, like, I'm going to do it. I just have to find a day to do it. But I'm literally going to go into Dollar General and go in a little bullshit car wash aisle and buy all the stuff in there. Buy the soap that don't set up that good. You got to use a lot. I'm going to buy the soap, tire shine, uh, whatever else they got in there to do a car. And I'm going to do a car with it. And then I'm going to use McGuire's and all this fancy stuff and do another car and show and see if you can tell which one was done with what. I really want to do that because a lot of those videos, I'm going to tell you, is funny. When I first started doing videos, I was using Umbrella, right? Somebody saw me using Umbrella and they was like, "Oh man, you using Umbrella, blah 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 blah, this that, oh that's horrible, that's terrible, blah blah," right? So this is what I started doing. Go back a year. Go back a year. You won't see me spraying tire shine on the tire. All you will see is me washing the car, using acid, and then when you see my after pictures, my after shot, you will see the tires are all shiny, right? And so guess what started happening? Yo, what are you using for tire shine? Yo, what are you using for tire shine? Man, what do you use for tire shine? I was getting that question asked a lot and I never would respond. I would never respond. And so this went on for about 2 years. And you know what? I was still using Armor All tire shine. Now I do use other tire shines, I do, but I just like to do that to show you guys that it can be done. And I'm talking about some of you guys, y'all got knowledge, y'all know what's what. It's not for you guys. It's for that guy that knows nothing. It's for that guy that sees these videos, gets inspired, and wants to do it. I want to show him that it doesn't really take much to get this done. You can hook up to other people's electricity. You can hook up to other people's water. You can buy electric pressure washer. You can do all that. It doesn't have to be all that. And then when you get out there and get your hands dirty and you start getting some skin in the game, what's going to happen is you're going to say, okay, I need this. I need that. I need this to be faster. I need this. I need that. Then you're going to buy what you need, not what you see what somebody else has. Because what happens is a lot of detailers are watching other detailers. They go get what they get or they copy everything to the T. And guess what? That stuff sit on the shelf because they don't need it. And to keep it honest, to keep it all the way honest, guys, don't try to learn everything from somebody on YouTube, not even me. Everything you see me doing, sometimes it can be for show. Sometimes it can be for show. But when I'm out there really, really detailing, because my videos are edited, so I might have did something last, but put it first in the video. You see what I'm saying? Or something may happen, I just take the whole thing out. Or it's a lot of things I don't show you, or it's a lot of things that I show you. You understand what I'm saying? So the videos are just for the visual. But what I'm trying to get you is I'm trying to get your ears, and I'm trying to get you to listen to what I'm saying. The visual is just to bring you in because we're humans, we are visual creatures. We like nice colors, and just think about when the sun is out. Don't it make you feel good? Like when the sun is out, you're just happy because when it's dark and it's raining, it's cloudy outside, it kind of changes your mood. So I know that about us humans. So that's why I like to give a good visual, and I'm going to try to get the best clips. But trust me, I'm not out there doing cars and this music playing and you hear this narrator talking. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. When I'm out there, it ain't nothing pretty about it. I'm just getting the best parts, the best angles, and I give you that. But man, it be all type of stuff happening out there. I trip over stuff. I knock buckets down. I break stuff, you know what I'm saying? Well, not my stuff, not the cars, but it's there. It's just there. It's really there to show you guys that it can be done with a little, and you can grow from a little to a lot. Just like, and I always use this example, just like Tony's. Tony said he had a backpack with a drill and towels and buffing pads and stuff like that. I think he said he was in a Nissan Sentra or a Honda Civic. And he said he did headlight restoration. And he built what he has today from headlight restoration. And I believe him. You see what I'm saying? He started with little. That's the beauty in lawn care and detailing, because you can start off with, you can go borrow your dad's lawnmower and your dad's weed eater. In lawn care, you can borrow your uncle's pressure washer and get your auntie's vacuum cleaner, and you can get out there and go. You can. People got detailing stuff laying around their house. Somebody got something that you can do some detailing with laying around their house if you have nothing. and say, "Yo, can I get this?" They'll be like, "Yeah, go ahead," and you can start from there. That's what I'm saying. I had employees a few times, not an employees, but employee at a time. At one point, I had a family member, and it was mostly lawn care, and he was great, but he was going to college. He's young, you know how that goes. You know, at that age, you're becoming an adult and you kind of want to do your own thing. You kind of want to get out there and test the waters and do stuff like that. So he was going to school that in state, but it was maybe a few hours away from here, and so that wasn't going to work out. But and then I had another guy. Same thing. He was young. He started college. I don't think he liked college, so he stopped doing college and he's working. He got him a nice little car and everything. Uh, but it's just that younger generation, it's not really into labor work like that. Being out there in the sun, sweating and stuff like that. Like my son, like my I got one video. I did a what was this Saturday? I did a full detail and an exterior wash at the same location. Ashton was out there helping me. We got some good footage. And actually, Ashton did a lot of the recording. He did a lot of the recording. So the not this video that I'll be doing now, but the one after that one, you will see it. Like Ashton did a lot of good recording. He's very, very creative, and I mean, he can actually do a lot. He can actually edit videos, and I didn't teach him anything. He can actually edit videos and do a lot of good things. I mean, he was actually doing like he was shooting a video, and then he was editing the clip on the phone. And so, like when I upload it, it's already that certain clips are already edited, some certain, which I'm going to use it. Like he said, yeah, Dad, I'm gonna do this, and I almost told him, no, don't do that, and because I'm trying to be controlling because it's my footage or whatever. Then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I forgot who I was talking to. I said, yo, do you, and he did it, and I was just looking at the footage just now, and a lot of it turned out real good. Uh, but um, but my thing is that as far as employees, it, it's just I've never been able to find someone that's going to be reliable and stick with it. And the thing is that some days the money that I'm making is not high enough to pay somebody a good pay. You see what I'm saying? And like again, I don't like to waste anybody's time because I like to have a good day where I can pay a person, some good pay. Like, I don't want you to be out there for 3-4 hours and give you $10. You see what I'm saying? So that's just not gonna work out. But what I do is I got my prices. They're almost there. I think one more increase and I'll be there. But my prices are good. My prices are good to where when I do 2 or 3 jobs, I'm good, and I can do that by myself. And that's what I'm learning. Like I'm chasing like higher end clientele. That way I can do like just think about it. If you do 2 full details in one location or two full details a day, my full detail is at 170 right now for a sedan. It's 170 for a sedan, 190 for an SUV, 210 for a 210 for a large SUV, and 230 for an extra large SUV. An extra large SUV would be an Excursion, Suburban, something like that. Uh, and I'm gonna do another increase soon. And so just think about it. Like if you get 2 sedans, you do 2 full details. What's that? 360? No. How much is that? Let me do the math, y'all. It's like what? It should be more than 360. I confess I like overall leather conditioner. I use it a lot. Look at that, people coming clean now. You gonna break my door. Picky people may not be picky paying you after you put in all, yeah. Yo, and did you ever, oh, yeah. But I haven't hired, any employees. And you know what? I'm not even looking to hire employees. I don't even care. Because my price, that's $340. So you do two full details a day, that's $340. If you make $300 a day, that's over $100,000 a year. You see what I'm saying? So it can be done. It can be done. I mean, a full detail for me takes me for a sedan 3 to 4 hours. I could do three of those a day. Um, I say I'm physically able to do three of those a day, but but actually, if I got three of those a day, I could hire help. That's enough to hire help. So that's why I'm raising my prices. That's another reason why I'm raising my prices. So if I did find somebody reliable, I can pay them a good salary. Then you got two people. Now y'all can bang out 4 or 5. Like when I went out there to do sporties, we did 4 full details in one day. Matter of fact, we did 4 full details in a house in one day. And we was at one appointment. I can't remember. I think at one appointment we did 2 cars in 4 hours, or I can't remember. I have to look at the. I gotta look at my stories because I remember we said it. Me and him uh, said it, man. We knocked out. I mean, we was, and then when you got two people that know what they're doing, you got two people that know what they're doing and know how each other work, and y'all got this rhythm, got this system going, man. You can knock out a full detail. Just like when Ashton was with me, we knocked out that full detail quick, and Ashton is a little rusty on the detailing because he doesn't do it a lot. He's now when me and him do lawn care, literally, man, we've done yards in 20 minutes. We've done yards in 20 minutes at times. But in lawn care, I mean in detailing, he's a little rusty, so I kind of have to say, yo, go do this, go do that. Sometimes I gotta stop and see what he's doing. But even then, we still get done faster, just because I got that extra hand. I confess. It's funny, man. I confess. I use. I confess. I like overall leather conditioner. I use it a lot. Chemical guys. See, and so everybody got their favorite stuff, man. But and people say, "Oh, it's the best," so it's this or it's that. Hey, teach its own, man. I'll try anything once. Do you keep any liability or garage keepers insurance to cover any issues? Well, yeah, I have liability insurance, but I don't need garage keepers insurance because I'm not keeping any vehicles overnight. I'm not storing any vehicles. So, but I do have liability insurance. Chemical guys, VRP is the best tire shine. Guilty. I ended up buying a whole bunch of chemicals. Other people on YouTube using them. Myself was slam. Work for them, but not for me. I just had to figure out my own way. Exactly. 303 is the best interior wipe down. And I thank you. And we thank you. I appreciate you. Yes, they are soft, but it's good for me doing. Yes, they are soft, but it's good for me doing lawn service. They don't like being in the heat. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this new generation, they just not with that. I'm 22 from the Bahamas, and that's my problem. Some days are high, some days are kind of low. The boss, I see Lambert's pressure washing in detail. I see I'm beat. I'm in the Carolinas, knocked down 3 house washes, 3 full details. 200 grand this weekend. Yeah, I believe 2,000, 2 grand. I see you. I believe it. I believe it, and it can be done if your prices are right and your equipment and your setup. That's most important. How quick you can get started. How quick you can pack up. Like that's that's a real big deal. That's something that's holding me back, and that's something I'm working on in the next couple of weeks. I'll be doing that soon. Um, yeah, that's one thing that's definitely holding me back. That's holding me back from getting to the next level. Can't find good help. I had a full detail today for 200. Took 4.5 hours, 5.5 hours. That's okay. I mean, that's $50 an hour. That's okay. Well, that's a little less than $50 an hour, but 40 something an hour. But that's okay. I mean, over time you're gonna get faster. You're gonna get faster. Setup is the problem. New wave, new wave. How much did it cost you to get started up? Initially, it cost me to get started. It cost me like a little over $500, and I was able to find me a pressure washer for like 200. Vacuum cleaner was 100. Um, generator was what was it? Generator was 100. Generator was 99. It was a 900, like 800 running watt, 100. I mean 1,000 surge watt little, like a little lunchbox. It was this little, like that. All it could do, it had one plug, and all it could do was run my pressure wash. I mean, not my pressure washer, run my vacuum. It couldn't run anything else. Would it run my polisher? I think it would run my polishers, but I wasn't really using polishers that much. But it will run my polish. It will run that, and that's it. That's it. I remember when I bought the steamer and plugged the steamer up to it. It didn't even turn the steamer on. It wouldn't turn on the the pressure. I mean, not the pressure washer. I'm sorry. It wouldn't even turn on the air compressor. But that's what I started out with. Bought some chemicals, went to AutoZone and Dollar General and bought what I bought, tire shine and something to wash, and boom, I got started. Yeah, I have for both. You might have to get two insurance companies. I found State Farm down here does both. Uh, but but I had that. I ran into that problem myself when I first started because they don't know how to underwrite it. When you get insurance, it has to be underwritten, and they don't know how to. Most people don't know how to underwrite it, so they just say they don't cover it. Is it best mobile or detail from home? I say it's best mobile because when you detail from home, it's so many. You giving people reasons on not doing it. People may not be feel comfortable coming to your house. Uh, they gotta find a ride. You may have to pick that person up, or that person may have to come to you, and then you take them back, and then you got to drive their car back. That person may not feel comfortable with you driving their vehicle. It's a liability driving somebody else's vehicle because you can get into an accident. It may not even be your fault, but you can get into an accident. It's just too many. It's just too many reasons why somebody will say, I'm gonna go with this guy that's mobile." You see what I'm saying? Uh, I definitely prefer mobile because not only because I am mobile, but I prefer mobile because if this area is not popping, I can go to where it's popping. I can drive. You know, if you want to drive 30 minutes an hour and you're gonna make 300-400 bucks, you know, you can go there and make the money if it's not popping where you at, or if business is not booming where you at. You understand what I'm saying? I had to buy a new power washer today. Electric one, green world pump gave out. Got to pair the gas power. Got a Simpson pressure washer, 37 psi pressure. Simpson is wow. Okay. What's an awesome? That's an awesome story. I feel like there's so much hype with getting started that individuals that want to get into this game can be overwhelmed with all the videos. Yeah, yeah. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you, man. Like when I hold on, let me get this straight. All right, man, I'm gonna tell you when I wanted to get into this, the very first time I saw mobile detailer, it was in 2000 and maybe 2002, 2001, 2002. This is before I even joined the police department. I was doing security at a bank, and this guy pulls up. He had a truck and he had a trailer with a water tote on it. Like he had like a 330 gallon or the 275. He pulls up, uh, and he goes in the bank. He walks out with some keys. He pulls some cards behind it. He starts washing it, and I'm looking, and I'm like, wow. And so I walk up to him, and I'm trying to ask him questions, but he was kind of standoffish, So I let him be. And so I'm just looking. I'm like, man, that's a good idea. So I always thought about it over the years. That was 2002, I think. And so later that year, I joined the police department, and I didn't think about it anymore until 2006. And I started thinking about it. I don't know why. It just kept popping up in my head. I just kept thinking about it. And so I said, I didn't have a truck at the time. And so I said, I need to buy me a truck. So I bought a truck, not the truck that I have now, but I bought another truck and I ended up wrecking it. Then after I wrecked it, I went and bought that truck. And then, when I saw his setup, that was my mindset. Now I got to get a trailer and all that type of stuff. Then I was like, well, I could put this stuff on the back of my truck or whatever. But I didn't understand how to get the water from the tank to the pressure washer. I didn't know how the pressure washer worked. I didn't know if I was going how I was going to take because I'm looking at the pressure washer. I was like, I'm gonna have to take it off the frame and mount it, and I just didn't know nothing. So, uh, and I didn't know anybody that knew anything about it. So I didn't. I just left it alone again. That was 2006. Then 2011, I thought about it again, and I just started. So then at the time, that's when YouTube, because in 2002, YouTube wasn't around. I think YouTube was established, I think, what, '06, but it was still new, and a lot of people didn't know about YouTube, and a lot of people wasn't on YouTube. And so I'm going to say 2011, I thought about it again, and I really got serious this time, and I started looking at YouTube. And one of the first people I saw was the Junkman 2000. I watched a couple of those videos or whatever, and I'm looking around, and then I saw a guy that had a water tank on the back of his truck, a hose coming from the water tank to the pressure washer, and then my question was like, okay, did you have to have a pump? This, that. And so when I saw that video, that inspired me because when I tell you, he must have found that water tote on the side of the road because a lot of people, what they do with those water totes is that they cut the top half off and use it to put trash or trash cans in. Like if you go down country roads, you'll see them at the end of people's property or driveway. and that's what he had. The top was cut off, and he filled it up with water, and he had a pressure washer. He was shooting water. I didn't see no pump. I didn't see nothing. When I saw that, I said, "It's on." I can get water to come out. Now I know how to get a generator and plug it up, and I know that'll work. Or I can plug into somebody's thing. When I saw that, that was it. That was it. I didn't watch no more YouTube videos as far as detailing after that. I went everything else I did on my own, and I was detailing. I was detailing. Car. I was really washing cars, but I was kind of detailing because I was really, being meticulous with the car washing. So I was pretty much detailing then, but I didn't watch any more YouTube videos, and I'm gonna say 3 years went by, and then I was like, you know what? I want to make YouTube videos. And then that's when I started watching. And first, I was leaning towards lawn care videos. So I started watching lawn care videos, other people doing lawn care. I'm like, okay, I can do something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, but I'm still trying to come up with how I'm going to do it. At first, actually, initially, I was going to be like the how-to type of person because my if you go to my YouTube, my very first video is when I showed how to reload a string trimmer, the string and the string trimmer. That was my first video, and I made that video and I let it sit for a while, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. And then, so my next video after that was a father and son lawn care. And then and then I just started kind of a vlog style video, or whatever. And as time went on, I used to watch, as far as lawn care, I used to watch Geek the Freak. And that's why I narrate my videos, because Geek the Freak used to narrate his videos. So I started narrating my videos, and then one day I said, you know what? Let me do a detail video, or a car wash video, and I did that. I got a bigger response for the car wash video, so I just started doing both. And sometimes I do a lot of lawn care videos, and sometimes I'll do a lot of detail videos, and that's how it happened. But like I said, man, it's a lot of videos out here. It's a lot of stuff out here. And that's why I try to do it from the perspective of somebody who's just starting out. I try to do my videos from that perspective. And, and I guess that's why people feel that my videos are so motivational, because it's just because I'm just showing you, like, yo, you can do this. Like I'm showing you, like I'm making it so simple, man. Trust me, I'm making it so simple, and I think that's why people are liking my videos, because the way I show it, the way I do it, it makes you think. Well, I'm showing you that anybody can do this. It is not. I say it is not rocket science. Trust me, it ain't. My water tote is 330 gallons, and I never fill it all the way up. And I'll tell you this, I filled it up to 120. Now, let me tell you this, when it comes to the water tote, it's not how much, well, I'm not going to say that. It's not only how much water you have, it's how many gallons per minute your pressure washer is putting out. Now, I've had that water tank since I started. And I had a 2500 psi, or smaller than that, and I think it was barely 2 gallons per minute. It was barely 2 gallons per minute, and if I could fill that thing up to like 50 gallons and do like 4 cars. I could do 4 cars with 50 gallons. Now I can fill it up to 125 gallons and do 5 cars, because now this one is almost 3 gallons per minute. So it's putting out more water. You get what I'm saying? So don't only think of, oh, I got this much water, I should be able to do this, because you got a 100-gallon tank, but you got a pressure washer, and especially if you got a pressure washer where you can't turn it up and down. Like those Predator engines, they just run at high. You can't, unless you change the pump, you can't turn it up, you can't turn it down. And that was one thing about my Craftsman. I had a Craftsman. I can actually had a throttle on it, so I can actually turn it down. I would run it halfway, and that water would last a long time. So you got to take that in consideration when you're buying your pressure washer. You know, if you got a pressure washer that you can't control you can't control how much psi is putting out. I mean, not psi. You can't control. Well, yeah, psi, but you can't control the gallons per minute. Then try to get something that's going to that you can actually what's the word I'm looking for, that you can manipulate. I started watching Sporty Now You, and you both have motivated me to get started. Website launch, business LLC secured, and now I'm doing clients. Thank you both. Shouts out to the new wave. I see you, man. Appreciate you. What's that? Will and Qua. I see you. I'm glad that we can motivate you, man. Appreciate that. No need to fill up 50 gallons, knocked out 10. No need to fill up 50 gallons, knocked out 10 to 15 cars. Okay. Can you make more money in mobile car wash or mobile detail? Detail. Well, you know what? I'm not going to even say that because you can make a lot of money washing cars. It's all about how many customers you're going to get and how fast you can do them and how much you're charging. That's all it is. Because you can do a car wash at 60 bucks. You can do a car wash 60 bucks, wipe it down, vacuum, 60. You know, a Suburban would be 100 bucks. I'm charging 95 for a wash on a Suburban. And all I'm doing is washing it, wiping the interior down, vacuum, tire shine. Here your keys go, where my money. I'm charging 95 for that. So just imagine, it takes maybe at the most, and that's if I'm dragging 2 hours. So how many hours of sunlight you got? I can do 3, 4, maybe 5 in a day, even if I'm driving from, 4 or 5 different locations. If I start at 7 in the morning, I can get those done in a day. If you do 4 or 5 in a day, let's say you do 4 or 5 Suburbans in a day, it's 500 bucks, 400 or 500 bucks. So, it just depends on your pricing and how efficient you are. So, but you probably tend to make more money detailing, but I'm not gonna, don't hold me to that. You see what I'm saying? Depends on you, you know. I appreciate you, man. You're welcome. No, 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 no. I don't even think Dollar. Well, no, no, no. I'm not gonna say it's better. So are you saying Dollar General has a better degrees than Super Clean or just as good? No, 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 no. I'm not saying that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm saying is what I'm saying. Listen, all I'm saying is that these cheap products, you can get stuff done with that. Now, do you want to use that when your business started booming? Because you got to understand, when you first started, you're not trying to spend, when you first started, you're not trying to spend a lot of money, right? And you don't have a lot of money. Most people don't have a lot of money. I mean, detailing is not your first choice. I'm pretty certain that a lot of you guys wasn't in high school or college saying, I'm going to be a mobile detailer. You know, something went left or something didn't go right, or you got tired of doing this or you got tired of doing that, and this was a good option now to start your own business. It's a low costing business to start. Doesn't cost, startup cost is low, because most businesses are in the hundreds of thousands or in the 5 figures. You can start with 3 figures in detailing. If you already have a truck or a van, or if you already have a vehicle, you can start with $300, $100. You can go buy you a hose, some buckets, a vacuum cleaner, and put it in the back of your, Civic, and go to people's houses and use their water and electricity, and you can get, it's very low startup. All I'm saying is you can complete a car without McGuire's. You could complete a car without chemical guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Dollar General got better degreaser than than Super Clean. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you can go in there and get you some awesome. It works. You can go in there and get you some tire shine. They got Armor All. They got the McGuire spray shine in there. They even got Dollar General spray tire shine. They got Dollar General soap. They got all that. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is now would I use it? Would I use it in my business every day? No. But what I'm saying is for you guys that's starting out that don't have a lot of money, and you don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on chemicals, you can do that just to get yourself started. You got people who bought all these chemicals and it's still sitting on their shelf, but guess what? They don't have no customers. You see where I'm coming from? I don't lean towards, here's the thing, George, my business is A&A Professional Services. See, a lot of you guys are, such and such lawn care, such and such mobile detailing, such and such pressure washing, blah, blah, blah. Mine is professional services. So whatever service that I can provide and it doesn't cost me a lot to provide it for you, I'm going to do it. You see what I'm saying? See, here's the thing. When lawn care starts to slow down, when December and January, because December and January, you're really not doing a lot of lawn work. Nothing is growing. It's cold. Nothing is growing. It's raining. You can't cut anything. Even February and March, I mean, you're able to, some days here and there, you're able to do something, but it's doing a lot of rain. The ground is wet. Okay. But if the sun is out, like, see, right now, the sun, you can have 5 days of sunny weather, but it's not hot. So the ground is still wet. Now I can do cars, or I can do lawns, or I can pressure wash houses, or I can surface clean driveways. You see what I'm saying? That's why, it's just like the stock market. When you invest in stocks, you build a portfolio, right? You want to diversify your portfolio. So I diversify my services. So when one service is going down, the other one comes up. When all services are leveled, or these two services can be down and one service can be up, you see what I'm saying? It keeps it consistent. It keeps me consistently working. That's why I'm always doing something. You see what I'm saying? It ain't rocket science. It's just business 101, common sense. But I don't lean to want to anything, because my business is all of that combined. So it's not A&A mobile detailing. It's A&A professional services. But now I don't lean towards anything, but I make more money for lawn care. Reason being is lawn care is consistent because grass is always growing, you know, and I target HOA communities. So they can't let their grass grow crazy or they get fined. So, and then a lot of people don't want to do that type of work. So, but I don't lean towards lawn care. It's just that lawn care is more consistent for me. You see what I'm saying? But detailing is starting to come up too. But I don't like one more than the other. I don't lean towards anyway. Have you looked into local chemical distribution? Yeah, I'm currently doing it now. Yes, I accept credit cards. But to answer your question, Aaron, it's lawn care, but I don't lean towards it. I just want to make sure I'm clear. I don't lean towards it as now. At one point, I would say that when people would ask what's my favorite, I would say lawn care because it was consistent. Whatever's doing well is my favorite. And the thing is that it's funny. Sometimes I hear people say, "I love this. I would do it for free." And I be like, well, I must. I be looking at them like, well, damn, I don't know what that feels like because I must don't love it then because I'm not doing it for free. It's a lot. That's some hard work. I'm not doing it for free, and it's you know that's some hard work. And I'm good at what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get paid for it. How do I do credit card transactions? Square, man. Y'all do some. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Kelly, yeah, what's that? Is that McCulloch? Kelly McCulloch? Look, man, do some research, man. Um, all these questions that you're asking, uh, well, not all the questions that you're asking, but some of the questions that you may want to ask people or that you're wondering. You guys go to Google University, go to YouTube University. Go in there, how to accept credit cards, type it in. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna, it's gonna be so much information out there, and you just pick which one is best for you. Do your research on it. I use Square. I do it for my cell phone. All I do is I it was easy. I don't know, was it? I don't know. It was either 2012, 2013, but it was early on in my business. I said I need to be able to take credit cards. You can also use Cash App. Everybody has Cash App. You can use that. But what I used to do is yeah. So what I did was I went and I just say, credit cards. I want to accept credit cards. Square popped up. I did my research on it. I liked it. They sent me a free reader. Hooked up my bank account, and within a few days, I was swiping cards. You can swipe them. You can send invoices, and I've been using it. I've been using it ever since either 2012 or 2013, and I love it because you can send invoices. They keep up with all your sales and everything. You can even take out loans. Like what I like about it is you can build up credit, and based on how much swipes you get or how much money you make, they see you make, they'll give you a loan. And so, like, let's say if sometimes they may say, okay, you can get $1,500. All right, well, you can take out the $1,500 and you can go buy your equipment. And every time you swipe a card, a percentage will go to paying that off. You see what I'm saying? And it's a good way to build capital for your business. It's a good way because it's like because I swipe a lot and I send a lot of invoices. So any transaction you do with that card is going to a percentage is going to go back to paying back the money that you borrowed. It's awesome, but I think you have to have the card for a certain amount of time, and they have to see how much money you're making for you to get that. But I'm gonna tell you guys some of these questions that you guys ask before you ask them, like just do a Google search on them. Trust me, it's Google has you could Google almost anything. Yeah, you try to hit HOA for. Let me tell you what I do with the HOAs. You know what I do? I just act dumb. I act dumb, man. Like what I do, I just go in there and I just start passing out flyers. I mean, think about it. Most of the time people don't even stop me. I go in there, little dreads and all. I go in there and put the flyers in the mailbox, and I've never had anybody to tell me to say anything or call the police on me or anything. And if they do, this is what you do. If they call the police on you, and they pull up and they say, "Hey, no soliciting," and you be like, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just trying to, show them the card. No, I'm just trying to do my business, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't mean no harm. You want me to take them off? You want to take them off? The cop gonna say, "Oh, no, no, don't worry about it. You just can't do that." Okay, I'll leave right now. All right, you have a good day and leave. But by the time they call, by the time somebody sees you, by the time somebody calls the police, you be done probably did at least a street or two. You see? I used to do it all the time, but nobody ever, and they got, my neighborhood is HOA and it got no solicitor, and I passed them out in my own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, it's up to you though. A lot of people using Cash App, yeah, because the fees are low with the Cash App. Square and Cash Out good. Square Cash Out business rates are ridiculous though. Business rate. Oh, Cash Out business. Okay. Yeah, but like the regular Cash App, I use that. Like the regular Cash App, I use that. The fees are low because Square, I think Square charges you like a little over 3% or 3.75% or something like that. Uh, but I didn't know Cash App has a business rate. I didn't know that. Appreciate your videos. Blessings to you and your fam. Gained a lot of quality information from your channel. Oh, I appreciate you, man. King Carlos, I see you. Can I consider myself a mobile detail if I don't do ceramic coating? Yeah, sure you can. I don't see why not. What's that? Homer Cage? Yeah, sure you can. Like detailing is the word detailers comes from details. Um, being, paying attention to the details of the vehicle, the air vents, the cracks and crevices, the steering wheel, the steering wheel column, the gear shifter, the little letters, the park, reverse, neutral, drive, cleaning that out, cleaning the under the when you the little lever that you pull up to pop the trunk, cleaning under there, clean up under the seat. You see what I'm saying? Making sure the windows are clean inside out. The little window, the little mirror on the sun visor that the women like to pop up and look in. You wipe that down. That's detailing. In between the seams of the seats. Details. Paying attention to the details. That's what detailing is. Just because you're not polishing or paint correcting or ceramic coating doesn't mean that you're not a detailer. And a lot of people try to say that on here. On YouTube, they try to say that, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to how sometimes people want to be great at something. They don't want nobody else to be great. They want to be the only great one. So what they try to do is if they see that it's something that you're not doing or can't do, then they'll say you're not a detailer because you can't do that. But don't everybody just because you can't sing soprano doesn't mean you can't sing, right? I mean, you got alto, tenor, bass. Just because you can't sing soprano don't mean you can't sing. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's all detailing. And I remember when I first started, I was afraid to say detail because of that reason. I was like, oh, I don't want to say detail. I was afraid, and like I was saying earlier, guys, I put that into my subconscious, and to say that I was not a detailer, and I was detailing, but I was telling myself I'm not a detailer. You see what I'm saying? Go watch my earlier videos. It was everything says car wash, or mobile car wash. Like I even my name. If you go look at my look at it. A&A Mobile Car Wash. This is before I was like, you know what? Let me merge the two and call it A&A Professional Services. Because at first, and then it went from A&A, it was A&A Lawn Service. I had a flyer for A&A Lawn Service. Even though it was one business, I had two separate flyers. And so it says A&A Mobile Car Wash. And the other one says A&A Lawn Service. Then I merged it and said A&A Lawn and Mobile Car Wash Services. Then I said, you know what? A&A Professional Services. And so, like I said, that's what I say. Everything I talk about, man, is not a lie. Everything I say is documented. If you had the time to do research, most of you probably won't do it because it's a lot of videos to look through. But everything I say is something on YouTube that'll confirm what I said. I got videos all the way back to 2000, what, 15? So, you know, don't let nobody tell you not to detail. Yeah, I'm still using Shane. I'm still using my Harbor Freight steamer. Yo, if you think you need a carbon extractor, yeah, you should buy both. But if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the steamer. But if you can afford both, get both because it's gonna come an interior that you're going to need that extractor. Because steam is not gonna fix everything. You know, steam just fix most things, but not everything. Because some cars I do, I'll be like, wow, I wonder what it would look like if I use an extractor. Right, good point, Angel. They were detailing before ceramic coating. You see? That's a very good point. Right. Know what you're doing with ceramic coating. Correct. You're right. Squared away mobile detailing. Okay, I see you. I see you, homie. Mobile car wash, Miami. Loving the business. I see you. Cordrick, Ashley, I see you. Carlos, what's going on? Cruise and Shine Mobile Detailing in the house. I see you. Dewan Jones, what's going on? What's up, man? Right, right. I appreciate you guys. It also depends on what you mostly do, interior details or exterior. I mainly do interior. Supreme Being over detailer coming out of Mississippi. You are a big inspiration, my guy. I see you. Where you at in Mississippi? Cam? Yeah, but YouTube will discourage you if it just depends on your perception and your outlook on things. But when I came in, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it very, very simple. I'm going to wash these cars like I wash mine. And that's how I started. And over time I developed, I developed skills and stuff to make it go faster. Ashton's cool. He's got school in the morning, so he's probably asleep right now. Yes. I did car lot. I've done one car lot and I didn't like it because they don't want to spend a lot of money. What's going on, Mike Buff and Sean? They don't want to spend a lot of money, man, and it's always they're trying to get you to do. Let me see. Like they don't even want your lowest package. What they want is they want to spend like seven. You know, if you're just doing outside washes and you got a lot of water and a long hose and a few guys, and y'all can get out there and wash the outside of those cars and get in and get out, it's not too bad. But they're trying to charge you like $7 a car, $10 a car. I know some places like when you go to those. I remember a guy called me one time. He wanted me to do like a major car lot, like not it wasn't a used car lot. Like this is a like major new. All the cars out there got stickers in the window. They brand new. And they just want you to wash the outside of them. And I forgot how much he told me it was, but I remember a guy that did it, and they were saying like some of them be like $2, $3 a car, but they got a lot of cars out there. But so I've heard prices like $2, $3 a car. That's at a major lot. Them other car lots, man, them small ones, man, they don't really want to pay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mom and pop, man, mom and pop. Them the ones they don't want to pay. Them the ones I was referring to initially. They don't want to pay. So yeah, I don't like. I don't. That just kind of and that just kind of made me sour about that. And when I talk to other people that's done it, they have similar experiences. So I'm not really. When I hear that, I don't even want to do it. Yeah, dealership. Yeah, I mean dealership. Yeah, them dealerships. I don't. I think they give you like a. See, the dealerships, like you do one, you're gonna do all their dealerships. Like if they have one, they may have one in like Jackson. They may have another one in Madison or Ridgeland or Brandon, and they want you to go out there and do it, and you get like one big check for it. Maybe 1,000, 2,000, 1,200, something like that. It's some good money, but it just I don't have the crew or the manpower, so I didn't even accept it. I was just like, man, I can't do it. I would love to do something like that, if I had enough people. I mean, that you could get all that done in one day. Everybody get a good payday, and you walk away with some money, and it's good. But the thing is that time is worth more than money, and you know that something like that, man, I'll never be at home if I picked up something like that, and with all the stuff I got going on, yeah, it just no, I couldn't even do it. Dietrich. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, you don't have to find a teacher. That's the thing, man. Like, I mean, you can ask people questions to get information, but you know, certain people are good at certain things, and you gotta check people out and see where they can help you, what they're good at, and how can they help you. Because everybody on YouTube, what I'm saying. I'm just saying, including me, everybody on YouTube is not here to teach everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here, and I'm not. I know it may come off as I'm teaching, but there are only certain things that information I can give you. Like, I don't do paint correction every day, so I can't sit here and tell you how to do paint correction. Uh, I don't do these big major contracts. Now can I get a contract? Yeah. I mean, can I talk my way to a contract? I'm pretty sure I could, but I'm not doing it on the daily. So I don't have enough information where I'm confident enough to tell you how to do it. You get what I'm saying? The thing is that what I'm telling you guys is that, a lot of this stuff you're gonna have to learn for yourself. Because it's your business. You have to learn for yourself and make sure that what you're getting from YouTube is just the right information that's gonna help you. Because trust me, a lot of people are on here and a lot of people are on here for popularity or for whatever reason, and their agenda sometimes is not to help you, and you'll find out real fast once you start trying to get around them or meet them, or you'll find out real fast what their agenda is. So when I say YouTube or Google University, the information that it give you, you can specifically find something like, okay, headlight restoration. you're gonna have hundreds of videos on headlight restoration, and then you watch one video, and you be like, okay. You watch another video, all right. You watch another one, and then after more videos, you start to see the similarities. So, oh, he used sandpaper. He used sandpaper. You gonna see somebody use toothpaste. You gonna see somebody use baking soda, but after a while, you're going to start seeing similar methods. So what you do is you're like, okay, the one thing that kept popping up was sandpaper and polish. So I think I'm going to have to use sandpaper or polish. You see what I'm saying? You don't just watch one video and be like, "Yo, okay, he's the guy. Boom, let me do that." Like, you gotta vet these people and watch them. Go watch videos after video after video, because you got a lot of people on here that get on here and say, okay, they're a professional detailer, but every time you watch a video, you don't see no cars being done, or it's the same car, or it's a panel, and all they doing is, they're not really doing anything. What I'm saying is, it's not show. It's I'd rather hear from somebody. I'd rather hear information from somebody that's out there in the field doing it all the time. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather hear, like when I watch boxing. I love when I see Roy George commentating, or George Foreman commentating, or who's commentating now, like Andre Ward. I like to see those guys commentating because they actually been punched in the face before. Like Larry Merchant and all them other guys, I don't really care about what they're talking about, because to me, when they're talking, it's just an opinion. Now, they've been around boxing a long time. They do have some knowledge, some insight on it, but I'd rather hear from somebody that's been in that ring. You get what I'm saying? So, that's why I show y'all so much content. That's why I show you I'm out there working. I'm out there mowing lawns. I'm out there washing cars. That's why I'm showing you that. So if I say something, it's coming from experience, not from because a lot of people, what they do is they watch another detailer's video that got more subscribers, and then they come and make their video and they just regurgitate what they heard the next person say, and you don't see no work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I watch. I go back. I can see this video today. I go back. What was you doing 2 years ago? You go 2 years ago, you see a video. They did a video on oven cleaner or something. Something that wasn't even detail related. So to me, I'd be looking like, You know what I'm saying? It seemed like this person is trying to find some type of niche, or trying to find his way to try to make a dollar or whatever. It's it's not genuine. You get what I'm saying? So that's that. You got to be careful with that. And when I say YouTube University or Google University, is to do your research, to do your own research. Not. Oh, I like this YouTuber. Oh, I like A&A. Okay, let me hang on every word A&A say. No, don't do that. Don't hang on my every word. You see what I'm saying? Go look at other YouTubers and see what they're talking about. Go, do your own research, then get out there and work, and then come back, watch some more videos. Go out there and work. You see what I'm saying? Don't just rely on, because man, my inbox on Instagram and on Facebook, people always asking me like a thousand questions. I be looking like, yo, like all the questions you just asked me, man, you can Google it. They go, where did you get that drill brush from? I'll be like, how about Googling drill brush and see what happens? You understand what I'm saying? I've been doing a lot of interior detailing lately. I have. I'm in small used car lots, mom and pop shops. It's all about saving money. They trying to cut you. Not to pay, dealerships don't pay. Yeah. Dealerships don't pay full price. Don't want to pay full price. And they expect perfection. Yeah. It's time consuming. Practice with your own car. I got a small dealership body shop. They take red cars, fix and paint them. Call me once a month to wash them. Not a lot of money, but they give money. Yeah. Yeah, man, it turned to my pop shop. They ain't trying. Yeah, they not trying to pay. What's better, Steamer or APC? Uh, I'll say Steamer, but Steamer not gonna remove everything. Is what I'm saying. I don't know. But a steamer is not gonna remove everything, man. I don't know. I probably have to lean more towards not steamer, but APC because I clean a lot of cars without my steamer. Uh, Most of the time, if I pull my steamer out, like if it's like crayons or like a melted crayon, melted candy, something sticky or something like that, I'll pull the steamer for the heat. When I notice people say exact same thing, others say as detailed as you right. Have you ever considered option becoming nationally certified? I don't even know what that means. Nationally certified. Yeah, remove mold out of a car. John Mossenberg. I see. I went to the junkyard and bought a hood and practiced on it until I leveled up. Right. Revised. In your opinion, what's better, steamer or APC? Oh, God, what answer. Congrats. When you gonna mow that beard? Oh man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I sometimes I cut it off. You answer the question, good looking. What's going on, Z Customs? I don't know. I like my beard. Getting a little gray in it. Well, a lot of gray in it now. But I like my beard. But anyway, man, think I'm gonna have to get on out of here, man. I've been on here over 2 hours now. Man, but I appreciate you guys for stopping by, man. But again, everybody go over to Facebook and join the New Wave by A&A. Just go to Facebook, go in the search engine in Facebook and type in New Wave by A&A and go ahead and, send a request to join and I'm accepting everybody. And I want you guys to get on there and show off your work, ask questions, get questions answered, you know, and that way you guys can motivate each other. Every now and again I throw something on there to motivate you guys. Throw some videos up, see what you guys doing. But that's what I want to see, man. I want to see. I like to see the work, man. I like to see when I get on there. I scroll up there, and I just want to see some. I just want to see you guys touching some paint or touching some interiors. You see what I'm saying? So ever since you grown your beard, you've been detailing better. Okay. But yeah, that's what I want to see, man. So y'all go over there and join right now, man. So like when I get off of here, man, my phone better be dinging with people asking. So oh, somebody just did it now. Appreciate that. But I'm out of here, guys, man. I'm finna go to bed. I gotta take my dad to an appointment in the morning. And then I'm gonna edit some videos, let's do something. But I'm about to go lay it down. But I'll talk to you guys later. Shouts out to the New Wave. Peace.